It is Thursday, December 11th, 2025. And, I've decided to expand this a little bit, not just do the flight radar, but also do a little, just reporting on current situations. And so, if you might know, you might have heard that we seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela last night. Seized is a nice way of saying, hey, we found a boat that we're going to keep. So, probably hearing more about that today. The Fed cut interest rates, which is going to make inflation go up because apparently we're not paying enough for stuff now. Yeah, just got to love it. And one of my very wise followers, because I got smart people that come here, left a comment yesterday saying that, these Air Force planes and Navy planes that are in the air, these pilots got to get their flight hours in and they got to do their training. And he's absolutely right. That's why I don't get too excited over planes that are over the continental U.S. because, like he said, these guys have flight hours that they have to log and training missions that they have to go on. So these planes are going to be in the air regardless of what's going on. We just look for things that aren't training missions, like all these C-5 Galaxies going all over the place, dropping off supplies and that. Those aren't training missions. Those are actual troop and supply movements that we want to keep an eye on. But, thanks for the comment. I'm not going to point anybody out, but he was absolutely right. I didn't get quite as many flight radar pictures as normal last night and today because, well, we had a little weather event here in the great state of Ohio. We kind of had an ice storm last night. Yesterday it was raining, windy. It was pretty nasty out. Then it got cold and everything froze. And I decided at lunchtime at work when I walked out and skated across the parking lot that maybe I just take the rest of the day off. So packed up my stuff, took the rest of the day off, come home because I knew the wife would want me to take her to work this morning. She don't like to drive in the ice. So yeah, I wasn't watching the radar quite as much as normal, but we still got some good stuff to go over. And see, as far as prepping goes, anything can be related to prepping. I don't use my attendance points. I save them up for things like this when the weather gets bad, so I don't have to go to work. There's a lot of people that every time they get a free point or two, they use it. They take a day off to do whatever it is that they do. And then when something does come up, they don't have any to spare, so they have no choice but to go to work. I don't use mine. And when the weather gets bad in the wintertime, when everybody else is forced to go to work, I stay home. I know attendance points at work isn't something a lot of people look at as a prepping item, but hey, it definitely can be. So this is kind of cool. We caught a rare glimpse of an F-35 patrolling the border with Mexico. Again, this is probably just training, but these things don't show up on the flight radar very often. They usually run with their transponders off. And I think only one time I've ever seen an F-22. So just kind of a rare little find. And we had a global hawk patrolling around Ukraine and checking out the Baltic states, probably watching anything Mr. Putin might be doing. This is a drone. These things are long-range surveillance drones. This thing can stay in the air for a long, long time. C-5 Galaxy in Europe. Imagine that. We're still moving stuff back and forth every single day. Another C-5 Galaxy headed to South America. Another C-5 Galaxy headed to probably Puerto Rico. And we got a Triton drone keeping an eye on the Chesapeake. That's interesting. So that is your daily report. Let me know what you think of these guys. If you want me to expand it a little bit more. If you don't like it, leave a comment. Let me know. Again, this is Ohio Valley Prepping. Don't wait for SHTF because it's not going to wait for you. We'll see y'all tomorrow.